Good afternoon. This is Betty Shan again, and we're in the inside of the house today because that wind is blowing out there, and it's 100 degrees, and that's a hot air. So I decided that the best thing to do is we'll just film this on the inside of the house, and we are glad you've joined us, and I'm glad to get more people that signed up, and it's just a wonderful day, and I hope you enjoy this. I keep telling y'all that you need to get out and experience things, do new things, and bring some excitement to your life. Well, I got one to tell you this morning. I took my grandson, Connor, with me to the grocery store, and we went in the grocery store, and he seen these crawfish. Now, mind you, I've never eaten crawfish in my life. I never cooked crawfish in my life, and I looked at them, and I studied about it, and then finally I decided, well, you might as well try something one time anyway. So I told him, I said, if you'll eat them, I'll buy them, and we'll get them cooked. So we bought us some crawfish. Well, I want to let you know, we fixed them, and I ain't got nothing against crawfish. If you want to eat crawfish, you can eat them till they come out your ears if you want to. But I tell you what, it was quite an experience for me. First off, he read the instructions to me a day or two before we decided to cook them. So I went and got me this great big old pot, and I filled it half full of water and started it boiling, and he come in there, and I said, Connor, maybe we better go over our recipe again. So he read on it, and he said, Mimo, we're supposed to just use a steamer. I said, well, this ain't going to work because I was going to drown them. So I went and poured about most of the water off, just left a little bit in the bottom of the pot and put a steamer thing over it where they wouldn't get down in the water. And we turned that pot on. It got to boiling real high, and so I just dumped them, cut the bag open and dumped them down in there. And they're supposed to be seasoned and ready to eat. They were already cooked. You just had to get them real good and hot, to eat. So we put them in that pot, and I covered up the lid on it so they'd steam cook and let them suckers cook for the minutes it said. I think it said 18 minutes in the steam pot. So we put them in the steam pot, and we watched it real close because I didn't want to overcook the things. So we cooked them, and I went and got him a tray about a foot long and about a half a foot wide, and I filled it up with crawfish, and he went and put it on the table, and I said something about, do you want a paper plate to put them things on when you're through? And he said, no, Mimo, I need a pot, some kind of a pot, because there's a lot of that. And I thought, a lot of it? I thought we eat the things. Well, anyway, he went and got a big old 4-quart saucepan, and we put it on the table, and he began to eat them there crawfish. Now, I have never eaten crawfish in my life. I never cooked a crawfish in my life, and I don't have a thing against you Mississippi folks or you Louisiana folks or you Georgia folks or wherever you're at and you like crawfish. You can continue liking your crawfish. But you know what? I got one of them things, and I had to watch him crack it open, and then he'd crack it open, and then he said, now you've got to take a ring off of the tail a little bit so you can pull that tail out easy. But anything on the other side, you won't throw it away. He said, I don't like them. But he said, other people just suck the juice out of them. I said, what? He said, they suck the brains and stuff out of them. I said, there ain't no way I'm eating the guts of an animal. So anyway, he got them, and he was eating them up. He knew how to do it. And I got one, and I popped it open, and I pulled the tail out, and I come up with this little bitty piece of crawfish. And I said, my God, do you go through all of this to get something that won't even fill a hollow tooth? And there wasn't nothing there. I don't know what you go through all of this misery for to get these little bitty pieces of meat out of the tail. Then I got to studying that crawfish. And I thought all you'd have to do is pull them pinchers off of them that some of them had. Some of them fell off while you was cooking them. But I thought all you have to do is pull them claws off, And I did. I pulled the claws off of one, and I turned it over to crack it open, and I thought, my Lord, this looks just like a roach. And I went ahead and I pulled that tail out, and then he told me, he said, on top of that, Mimo, is the tube for the poop. And you got to get rid of that. You don't want to eat that. He said, now some people do. They just eat it. I said, I ain't that hungry, thank you. I don't have to have that. So I cleaned that off, and by the time I got through it, sure enough, was just a little old bitty thing, and I put it in my mouth. I could eat them, but I don't think I want to go through all of that just to have a nibble. I want something to eat when I get through cooking. I want something to bite down on, and there'll be more food there. But if all you Louisiana folks and all you folks that love crawfish, you just go right ahead and have your crawfish. I do like shrimp. I'll stick to shrimp, but at least you got something to eat there. It's not just you throw out all of it away and say you had a good meal. So anyway, that was my experience with eating crawfish. And like I said, if y'all want to eat them, more power to you and the Lord bless you. But I think I'll stick to other things. Now, I've eaten squirrel, and they told me later after I'd eat them, they're nothing but a big rodent. But they were good. They tasted kind of like chicken, and I decided if all this stuff, and some people around here will clean rattlesnakes and eat them, and I've never eaten one, and I've never cleaned one, but if I did, they tell me they taste just like chicken. Well, I'll tell you what, folks, I'll just stick to the chicken. Y'all stick to the rodents, and y'all stick to the other things, but I think if it tastes like chicken, I'm going to stay with chicken. You keep your chin up, smile, and have a blessed day.